They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams here playing for pride as the final week of the NFL season is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here's Royce Freeman, the first carry for the rookie. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now Carr throwing on second down. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. This is Freeman on first and 10. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Carr to throw on second down. Thomas barreling ahead on the crossing route. He hits Demaryius Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Demaryius Thomas with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now McManus on to kick this one off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Geno on first down. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A shotgun snap for Smith. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
On second down, here's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
On third and long, it's Carr. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So out come the Chargers. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. There defensively was Buster screen to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air, Smith on second down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
On first down, Smith. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43. From the gun, here's Smith. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they went the wrong way there. losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 3rd and 6 here to start things out.
6-18.
Here's Carr to throw. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The first thrown out for the backup, Keenum. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
On second down, Freeman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the play, and it's a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Freeman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, These pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So on fourth down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This an easy one, 23-yarder. And McManus able to put it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Now it's the backup, Rivers. He completes it to Henry. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Zadarius Smith able to get him down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
But there's another example of why they have it.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Carr. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
12.
Following the interception here, Rivers. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Shane Ray in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 36 yards. Now Gordon on first down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Rivers now on second down. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 32 that time.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Rivers on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Second down, Rivers. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Carr now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. This is going to be caught by Cortland Sutton, the rookie from SMU. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Carr now on first down. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Looking deep for Demaryius. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The final shot here before half for Carr. He's going to wind up and air it out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the back?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Rivers. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That's caught left side by Jake Butt. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now a handoff running off tackle right. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They'll run here with Freeman. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Carr now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's brought down after a good gain. Give him 30 yards there. Back in the first quarter, you said it, they need to avoid the big play, but he just got a big one right there.
You can't relax. You know, we talked about in the first quarter, but as the game progresses, still opportunities, and he took advantage of one there.
A first down throw here for Rivers. Oh, some strong running. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone, costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr finds Jake Butt over the middle. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw his Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Working from the gun, it's Carr. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 56 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 30-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, Delta!
On play action, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Get hot.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it's 21-10. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Launching one for Henderson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Now Carr escaping the pressure right. And some space here. And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. On 1st down, Carr buying time to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Thomas the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Hayes Pollard coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, Carr. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. To throw again. Carr. Finding room inside the 40. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Again, it's Carr. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now it's Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Carr. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Here's Desmond King on the return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Now a 2nd down throw for Rivers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
6-18.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Rivers going deep for Benjamin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Let's go.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Hey, go orange.
From the red zone now, Rivers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. He's at the 40. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way they can make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rivers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready. 12. Wait.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Yo, Rocky. Buffalo wall.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Benjamin with it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this.
Hurry up. Hey, hut.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he works free. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Early on in the broadcast, you talked about how he was one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 last year and that they needed to keep him under 100. He's well under 100.
And how about in our pregame meetings when we talked with them, they said that was going to be one of the top priorities for them in this one.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Allen's got it. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeout judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. 3rd and long coming up defensively. You pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Carr to throw. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Broncos send out their punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles. And really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Denver, it'll end on an up note as they finish with a victory, but it was a season to forget as they wind up just 2-14. And they will enter this offseason with more questions than answers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, this loss will be the capper to a dismal 4-12 campaign. And with some high picks coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a roster overhaul may be on the way. Alongside